Hi everybody! Okay, sorry if you just saw that. I just spit on the ground. I can't really say anything else about that. Look, she's always looking away now. I don't know why. She's always like wants to see what's going on, and she's like, boring. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing like a slew of paranormal type videos. They're gonna be paranormal experiences that I've had, and some videos may just contain one story and explaining it. Other videos may contain a few stories and explaining it. This video is going to have a few stories in it of recent experiences I've had in the house that I'm living in right now. And like I said, paranormal for me is going to mean like could be spirits slash ghosts slash aliens slash I don't know. Okay, I just say paranormal as like just a slew of like a whole bunch of stuff that it could be, and I don't know. Okay, now I'll start with this. Okay, I've had experiences since I was like 3, and even before that, my mom said like when I was a baby, it seemed like I had a lot of night terrors. Like I was always like, she said it looked like I was trying to get away from something in my sleep. And I don't know, that could just be like, being a baby and having trouble sleeping and missing my bottle in my sleep or something. But okay, the earliest like that I can like confirm was 3 years old. Okay, so I guess I'll just start with that one real quick before I go into my recent right now experiences. When I was 3 years old, apparently um, the house that we were living in, and I've already told the story, but if you haven't seen my other videos, okay, this is going to be new. Okay, when I was like 3 years old, my mom and I moved into a house. It was like a multi-story house. Multiple people lived on different levels. We lived on like the top level of like a 3-story house. It was right across from the base that my mom was working at because she was in the National Guard for like 13 years. So it was like convenient. It was like, bam, there's our house right across the street. There's her base. So um, my mother was told when we moved in there that the house was haunted. Okay, and the let me just say, if somebody tells you that, like, straight going in, like, like, there must have been serious stories of stuff going on. And she even said, that they've gotten multiple complaints of paranormal activity in that house. And at least she told us because, she was like, I see that you have a small child. And, she was letting us know that, like, that was what was up. My mom, she's like, well, I believe in God and He will protect me from anything, and da 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 da. Okay, because my mom has also had lots of experiences in her life, and if half the time she actually thinks that they're watching over her, could be good spirits, and then the other half of the time she thinks that they're negative of any kind, she'll just be like, frickin' go away, like she'll tell them to go away. So anyways, 3 years old in this house, and apparently this little ghost being used to play tricks. Like, for instance, my mother and father split up like when I was 6 months old. So when I would be visiting, like, my father's house, my mother said like my things would pop up in random places that they weren't there before, even though she was alone in the house. Like, she said she was eating popcorn one night, and she put her popcorn bowl like down in front of her, like on the coffee table, went, to go get some like salt or some spray butter, came back, and my bathing suit bottoms were in the bowl. Okay, now let me just say, like, I don't know why it was bathing suit bottoms. Obviously it was some sort of prank, but she said she was freaked out because she was like, I wasn't there. I was at my father's. So that was weird. And she said like the spirit there would cause like a lot of little pranks and stuff, and she said it mostly like scared her boyfriend at the time, and she thinks that it was there to protect us and kind of scare him away because he was a bad guy. So the ghost that apparently was staying there was an old man. Okay, and we were told, when we moved in, that this place was haunted and that an old man died in that house. Okay, so I apparently, at a mere like 3 years old, confirmed that there was an old man there. because I had told my mother that, I don't know, I was explaining like some sort of story, and I was like talking about the nice old man with the dog that was inside the house. So, like, I wasn't, I guess, scared of this old man entity in the house, but I told my mom, like, apparently I've been talking to this dude. And, he was nice, and he had a cute little doggy, okay? So, there was no freaking, there was no, like, animals in this house. There was no old man in there. Even if there was, like, that would be horribly scary. But, yeah, so I don't know. That was just a haunted house that we lived in, and that's some of the weird stuff that would happen. Okay, one of many stories. That's what I'm just starting off with. Okay, so let me fast forward to right now, and I'll make other videos of other like in between stuff that has happened. But I did say earlier in this video I was going to talk about like this house that I'm living in right now and the type of stuff that I've experienced. So okay, let me start with this, and it's something actually kind of mild and little and not really a big deal. Okay, me and my husband were sleeping in bed. Okay, this was before I had my cat staying elsewhere, before I could actually, get it over here. It was when I first moved in, and so, all of us are sleeping in the bedroom. My daughter was, only a few months old, so I kept her, her bassinet right by our bed, and like I said, I didn't have my cat in the house at the time. Okay, so we were lying in bed. All of a sudden, we heard our vertical blinds moving in the living room, and it sounded like something was ruffling it around. Okay, and not just like a mild little, like something was like, okay. So my husband looked at me, and I looked at him, and I was like, the air isn't on in the house. Like, the AC was not running at that time. So, there was no breeze that was causing this for the vertical blinds to be moving. So, and I was like, and my cat isn't here yet. My cat is still elsewhere. So, yeah. So he got up, went into the living room, and this is what scared me, okay? It scared me because he didn't turn on the light. He just walked into the darkness, into the living room. Like, that terrifies me. If I hear a sound or something, like, all the lights in the house are going on. Like, every single, like, I'm not even in the bathroom lights on. Like, that's how I am. If I, like, hear a noise, it scares me. He just walked into the darkness, and I'm, waiting. Like, oh my god, is there an intruder in the house? Like, this is scary. And then he walks back into the bedroom, all slow like, and now I'm scared because I can see him, and I'm like, oh my god, like, what's wrong with him? Why is he not saying anything yet? And then he was like, okay, nothing. There was nothing there, and I was like, so the blinds just moved on their own, and he was like, yeah, I don't know. So he went back to sleep. He ended up passing out quite quickly. Okay, now, I mean, he checked the doors, like, they were locked. There was nothing in there. Okay, he goes back to sleep. I'm lying in bed, and I'm kind of freaked out now. He passes right out, okay, because my husband is not really fazed by, like, paranormal activity, um, like, especially, like, mild stuff. He's not really, like, impressed. He's just like, is that all you got? Like, um, so as he's passed out, all of a sudden, I hear it happen again. I hear the blinds, like, the vertical blinds move in the living room. And I'm, like, holding onto the blankets. I'm, like, looking at my husband. I'm like, honey, did you he's he's passed out. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So I'm like, curling up, against him, like closing my eyes practically with the blankets over my head because I don't want to. I have this weird thing, like if I hear a sound or something, like I'll keep my eyes open and I'll just stare like at the doorway, but then I'm scared because you ever notice like if you're in the like woods or something at nighttime or just you're anywhere in the dark and all of a sudden you think you see something move because like your eyes are adjusting to the no light and stuff, and it could be like a shadow from something outside the window, but you think you see something, you're like, oh my god. So like I like go back and forth in my mind, like, do I want to stare at the door or do I want to close my eyes? Do I want to stare at the door or do I want to close my eyes? Like, I get freaked out. So yeah. Um, in a nutshell, that was like two experiences that I've had. I'm gonna cut this video short so that I can make more shorter videos so that you guys don't have to sit through like a 20 or 30-minute video. So that was just a few experiences I've had this house. I've had more, and so I'm gonna do another video, okay, of the other experiences that I've had in this house. So tune in for the next videos, guys. Bye.